Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Skyrim Special Edition. So we're running around as a werewolf to see how that just compares to the Vampire Lord. The thing here that's weird is the companions are magically in a completely different place than what I thought where they should be, including my own wife, Aaliyah the Huntress. Uh, so I can almost see playing as the beast form every now and then as a werewolf. It is a pretty powerful thing. Antriox zone discovered. Can't activate it as a werewolf though. So you get this bloodlust for eating hearts of people, and then eventually you get a perk where you can eat the hearts of animals. And well, I think you probably could eat the hearts of animals always, but you could eat the hearts of undead things. We can just check that right now instead of speculate wildly. Able to feed off most dead creatures. Feeding off creatures instead of people only provides half the extended time. The thing here is I don't know how much time my bloodlust is right now. We've got about, let's see, 3, 4, 5 perks I need to get, which if I could just fast travel to a city, I could get it. I'm trying to run to Riften, but and then we get this pause when we get this kill, which is weird. Eat that heart. Right, just let everybody show up. And see, I don't know if maybe I'm pulling the trigger too fast that's causing these things to happen, or if that's just a random thing. I think it's probably just a random thing. So werewolf perk extended, available. Werewolf progress increased. Like the Dragon Lord, you have to absorb the health of these creatures. Where are these other people who are talking? Like, you want a piece of me? Come get it. I'm gonna go ahead and increase the health. No, the amount of damage. Werewolf perk progress increased. So in theory, I could run into a cave, but I don't think that's the right move. Finding a city would have a lot more people to eat. Now, we're just playing for giggles right now. Poop and giggles, as they say. As nobody says, but as I'm cleaning up the phrase. Where's that bear? There you are. So you can see the bear is no match for a werewolf at all. After we get all of this, I'm going to make a hard save and then reload to a previous hard save, and then we'll go to Dragonborn DLC, which I don't know how long it's going to be. Dawnguard didn't prove itself to be the longest thing in the world. I'm going back and forth. Every second I walk, that bloodlust meter is counting down in the background. When it hits 0, I turn back to a human. Not a big issue though, because once I turn back into a human, I can just fast travel to where I want to go. But here we've got 2 bears. And when you feed, you get your health back. The problem with playing like a werewolf, though, is all the other elements, all the other gameplay things like collecting and having armor and having weapons and equipping things, all of that just gets thrown out the window. And you're this feels like a highly polished version of something somebody might put up as a demo. Like, run around as a werewolf in... Nowadays it would be VR headsets instead of third person over the shoulder. But, well, this, I guess, isn't even over the shoulder. Really, it's more over the head. But, yeah, I could totally see somebody making an infinite runner on a cell phone where you play as a werewolf, or somebody doing VR version of this, and limited controls specifically. Dark water pass discovered. Let's try it. Let's go down here and see what happens when we kill a skeleton, if we can feed on it. Oh, it's a Falmer. We can probably feed on a Falmer just fine. When you get in these caves particularly, you start to see how playing as a werewolf is this accelerated experience. You're no longer in the stealth archery mindset that the game pushes you into, usually. But then you can't pick up anything or do anything. Alright, so there's nothing there. Chorus Reaper. We can feed off that too. So Chorus Reapers have hearts. I'm a little surprised about that. So it's taking more than one swipe to kill these guys. Sometimes. So I feel like I would like to, let's see, a shout. Your shout is supposed to do something, but I can't figure out what it does. It seems like everything is either too high of a level for it, or see, I can't get down there. That may have been a booby trap thing, but my perk ability. I activated the trap on him. And they introduced the ability to be a werewolf early in the companion's quest, and then you kind of don't use it, or you can use it, but you're not really asked to use it. That's why it's more of an argument why I think they should have, for the first year, released the main Skyrim story where you fight the dragons. Or, you know what they could have done is gotten a little bit more withholding about it, and said, in the first year of this new annualized release with Skyrim, we're going to... This Falmer Gloom Lurker. There you are. They could have said, the first year we're going to give you all these companion quests, and dragons are going to be attacking, but we're not going to really tell you much about the story at all as far as the dragons are, the fact that the dragons are attacking. And then the next year they could say, well, you've done all the companion quests, now this time you're going to join the mages and do a bunch of all the mage quests. And then they could have said, next year you're going to join the thieves, and next year you're going to join the assassins. And there could be you could write the story so that all makes sense. And then, after you've done all the quests with all those things, and you would have gone 4 or 5 years of gameplay there, and spread it out. Of course, you very well may have had a lack of returning customers. One of the issues is not very many people are going to look at a game like Skyrim on the shelf and you see the reviews for it and say that it's a 200 plus hour game and think of that as a bad thing, even though it kind of is. Because how they make it a 200 hour game is the problem. So, I mean, you would irritate me, you would irritate a lot of people to take the 200 hours of Skyrim, divide it by 5 years and say, every year we're going to sell you a $20 40-hour game. Not really going to irritate me too much, but it would be slightly odd. It's kind of what Telltale games have become, where you get the first episode and it's not this complete experience, and you have to wait. And now that The Walking Dead is on season 3 of telling a story that really was finished after season 1, there's... Ooh, I almost lost a lot of health there. Can I feed on it before I fall to my death? Nope. We're running around. I need to get down there. Wherever there is. I can see there's people down there at least. This is not a safe way down. I think there's only going to be one way I can do this. Use the water to save myself. Well, the good news is we did autosave when we came out of that cave. Let's see if we can ride this down and not die. Nope, I don't think so. I think that's another ragdoll body we just killed. Alright. And we still have no idea how long my bloodlust meter is. It's probably incredibly long. Minutes, hours, could be in-game days even. Suppose if I follow the goats, they might show me the way down. Somewhat. This looks like a path. I will take any path down these mountains. I don't even know where I am. This is where I would kind of love to have some kind of assistant or graphics editor, somebody that could pull up a map of Skyrim and just draw lines of where I'm running around. They'd have to become a moderate expert of Skyrim's areas though, because I have no clue. How would I even know? I think I've already eaten that fox. Here's some people. Imperial soldiers. Keep on feeding. I just need a few more perks, but it's not an insignificant number. It's like 4 or 5. Let's see. If we run this way, will we find anybody? See, and I don't feel like going in a cave is the right move. Because when I went in that cave...
You're mine.
When I went in the cave, it took me away from people. And let's see, is there anybody else around here? Or did I already kill everybody around here? See, I could go in the fort, in the inside parts of the fort, maybe. I'm running north. I should be running south. Whatever. I'm so lost, I have no clue. Let's see, well, like if I went over to this undiscovered, previously undiscovered territory. Nope, that didn't work. If I could find this farm, there might be a decent number of farm animals and people. If I'm gonna stay in the river, I'll need the quick save so I don't die. There you go. Farm. Mixed water mill. Seriously, nobody's here? And you can't fight when there are enemies nearby. Which way? Which way are the enemies? This way? Maybe if I just waited a really, really long time, we could, let's see, nope, there are some enemies this way. Don't go nowhere. I gotta eat you. Bloodlust extended. It's a sharp disconnection here. It's rather peaceful and laid back gameplay but what I'm actually doing is running around and killing everyone in sight. Let's see. Let's wait 1 hour. Let's wait 2 hours. Let's wait 3 hours. Like, That's not helping anything. It's moving the cloud, the sun around, I suppose. But let's see if maybe I see some people. Stormcloak soldiers. How long have I been playing right now? It's like 20 minutes. So your choices are to, when you get like this, when your bloodlust is so extremely high, your two options are either either run around killing what you can kill and eating the hearts and continuing to increase the bloodlust, or you make the decision to leave the game alone, I would guess, and just leave it running. Which I suppose is one way of solving the problem. We have... Ooh, I have one perk to increase, so I'll increase my health. So, Werewolf Totem of the Brotherhood Howl calls the Ice Wolf. It calls werewolves. One perk there, one perk there. And a third perk there. So, 3 more perks to get. But unless this gets easier to get the last few perks, it's going to still be a long amount of time. But it wouldn't be 70 levels long. You couldn't play the whole game like this. Well, absolutely you couldn't play the whole game like this, because you couldn't pick up any of the items or talk to any of the people to get any of the quests. And this is a pointless side action in a game full of pointless side actions that doesn't help anything or make the game more immersive or add anything at all. And see, we're back here, so I can't even find the path to Riften. So I lied about that, because I thought I could make it to Riften, and obviously I can't. I can't figure out how to get to any of the cities. I could get back to Whiterun, and maybe now we've spent enough time away from Whiterun that would make... They might have refilled the guards for 5 or 6 guards worth. I suppose I could continue down this road and see if I can make it to Marthel, or whichever city it is that's way on the other side of the map. That's also a possibility. This doesn't seem like it's lowering my bloodlust to run either. Not in any significant amount. I can't eat this guy? Why can't I eat this guy? I've been able to feed on everything else, including Khajiit. Have I hit the maximum bloodlust? Or did that single character glitch out? Well, I guess if I can no longer feed on people, that would be the kiss of death. We would have to try to figure something different.
I'm on your side. Wait, I know you.
You know a werewolf? Well, now you know the werewolf intimately. There's a chicken over there that I could have eaten too. Every creature counts. Except for the dragons. Dragons don't have hearts apparently. Because you can't eat them. But you can defeat them as a werewolf. I proved that much. It's really just a matter of getting them on the ground. Oh, that's my horse. Well, can't kill my horse. Not Shadowmere, at least. That's why he's the best horse. So if I run down this way, maybe I'll find a few guards in this tower, and then just continue west. I'll make it to the city. I can feed on the courier. Is anybody in here? It doesn't seem like it. So I won't go any further up there. Now, as far as running, he seems to have the same stamina as I do in my normal form, which means he practically has infinite stamina because that's all I've been putting into the character since level 70. Is there people in this fort? Yes, Stormcloaks.
By the line, I hate them.
Why are they talking to me? Don't they see I'm a werewolf?
You must be alright if you've got time to complain.
Fight or die well.
Well, these guys are my people, so they're not fighting back. That makes an easy meal. But are there honestly 3 perks worth of people here? I don't think so. Maybe we'll get 1.5 perks worth of people here. That would be a nice goal.
Can't wait to kill them.
This is just too long. And this has no connection really to the companion quest. It's just they threw it in there. There we go. Werewolf perk available. Let's see. Werewolf Totem of the Brotherhood calls werewolves. Werewolf Totem of the Hunt. Howl extended range that shows targets non-combat searching or actively. Werewolf Howl of Terror affects higher level creatures. I'm going to take this one. And that's one more there. And we'll jump down here. Feed on this. feed on this. Look at the mess that we're making. People everywhere are getting killed. People that could have given you quests, possibly people that would have been fighting on your side. Let's see. Some characters certainly are immortal for the major quests, but some characters seems like it's no problem for them to die. It may be that it may very well be like here's somebody, they can't die, so they probably have some quest somewhere. But I would have to make a list and come back on my correct save file. This is almost... I've played a few games jokingly, thinking just, what if I just killed everybody? And this is kind of what it feels like to do the Assassin's quest over and over again, is what if you just killed everybody in the game? How empty can you make Skyrim? How boring can you make the game because there's no people walking around interacting with you? Let's see. Let's see a couple animals. Can the werewolf catch them? No. And here's something. Something we never did, or something we probably did do, actually. Let's just continue west. And yes, I see the dragon flying, but I really don't see a reason to fight another dragon. I can't pick up the bones or anything on it. He's a named dragon, which doesn't really mean much of anything. Let's see. Run this way.
No more. I yield. I yield.
Where'd you go? Harrigonian. He definitely was putting up a fight. Let's see. Let's see. This is a tattooed cow. Which way? South, east, or west? I think we're going west still. West will get us into the city. I don't know if that's actually the city or not, but I know south won't get us that way and east won't get us that way. I'm having to just navigate by the compass. Let's see. Trying to read the signs. Yeah, the city marketh. I think this is where we could finish this off. But boring and grinding. Now we're about, I would say, an hour and 20 minutes into running around as a werewolf. And your ability to make choices is severely limited. Severely limited. And without choice, there's very little interaction, and without interaction, there's very little game. That's the difference between a video and a video game. Where's the guy? There's the bear. So we're continuing west. That was a bloody mess. Where'd it go?
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Then
I guess that's your last request, fool.
interesting.
Never should have come.
Interesting, I can talk. Apparently, when thieves attack me. Werewolves apparently can talk, they just choose not to. We don't have any perks yet. And there's nothing up, down, X, Y, jumps, A. We're just heading west. Our instincts tell us to go west. Can't activate a shrine. It's kind of ridiculous, as I could very easily somehow fail to find this Marketh city. And then we would just have to turn around and see if we can find the next, find something else. It's a great example of how bad this game would be without a map. Like, it would be a total and complete nightmare without a map. Like, untransversable. And they used to make RPGs and action adventure games where, like playing Dungeons and Dragons, you wouldn't get any kind of map, and you did have to wander around. The good thing about video games, I think in particular, there is that even if they didn't make a game that was ridiculously complicated, let's make sure Marketh is still this way, yes, it wouldn't have been anywhere as big as Skyrim. Skyrim is a huge map with huge amounts of gaps of nothing in them. As you can see, I'm running from probably very far east to all the way west. And I'm not running into a lot of stuff. I get the occasional animal or thief or mercenary on the ground, on the road. Maybe a dragon or two, and that's it. Bracing for impact. Red. If I could get one more perk before we make it to Marketh, that would be Lovely. It feels like it might even take more hearts to get these last few perks. Right, where is the city? I think it's in the hall. Marketh this way. I have to applaud the women. They're willing to attack me as much as the men, although on the road it's slightly heavier. Well, it seems like it was slightly heavier male to female ratio, but it could be that half of them are just in armor, so it's hard to tell. Let's see. Now I'm hoping by getting into this city, I can eat multiple people's hearts. And this animation takes way too long. It feels like this is something they may have promised. Werewolf perk available. We've got one more perk. So, Howl of Terror affects even higher creatures. The last perk left is the Werewolf Howl doing some other stuff. Quit running away.
I'm on your side.
That's what you think. It's funny, since I have 101 hard saves of this game, trying to even think what in the world could I want to do with the first 90 of those. Like, really nothing. Nothing at all crosses my mind. At something that early in the gameplay, I imagine I could just start a new game. Do I have any reason why I would want to start a new game though? Not without a mod. Not without something that reset my character as a different species or something. Did something to change how the story went. You kind of need to flip the whole script. I mean, I suppose you could, like, you could play as with the Imperials, but this is officially the second time I played Skyrim and I haven't chosen to side with the Imperials, and I don't think I'd ever be playing true to my form if I did, because the Imperials try to kill you at the beginning of the game, mostly just for bureaucracy reasons. And so how could I ever side with somebody like that? Why are there so many dead people? It's like they all freaked out and died before I even got around to killing them. Let's come over here. We got some live people. I don't think I'd particularly want to go in this jail. Mine, whatever it is. Come on, we just need one more perk. And here we've got another person over here just dead. Storm Cloak Soldier, too powerful for the Howl.
What happened?
Well, I did this. Come on.
You're that mage from the college, right? Things have finally calmed down over there.
I wonder if the reason why it takes so much to load is because the camera vibrates a little bit back and forth. And so what's not on the frame, it's also very odd that they can recognize I'm the mage from the Winterhold College as I'm a werewolf. Let's see. Whoever that guy is, he's unkillable. But the guard certainly isn't. See, this is just getting boring and wasting time. To watch this animation each time. Bloodlust extended. Still not certain how long. It's not even worth finding out, honestly. Like, if I left the game for an hour, if I left the game sitting for 5 hours, it doesn't really even matter. In all practicality, it's my bloodlust has been extended to infinite because that's what's going on here. Let's see, another guard. Come on, werewolf perk, progress increase. Don't increase it, just do it. Well, we're close to the underkeep, so we'll just run in here. And hopefully that this will be the last thing we have to do. If I actually run out of people to kill in this area, then I might be forced to take some drastic measures, I suppose. Go through different places and find different things. They're not reacting the same way as they would to the Dragon Lord. They seem to not recognize that you are in beast form.
I'm going to find whoever did this.
Well, you found them. Or her. Werewolf perk available. Alright, good. Now, see, the thing that's weird here is the werewolf told them a brotherhood. Howl calls werewolves. Now it calls wolves 100% more damage as a werewolf. Werewolf totem of the hunt. Howl has extended range and shows you whether the target's in combat or not. The able to feed off dead creatures was very helpful. Feeding heals twice as much health, not really. Werewolf Call of Terror affects higher level things. But the weirdness here is this doesn't seem like Like, Stormcloak Soldier is too powerful for the Howl of Terror. But there's no other button. I'm hitting every button here. Like, holding the right bump, hitting everything on the D-pad, hitting A, hitting B, hitting Y. So the only thing I can even figure here, each perk requires a few more feedings. That is a lie. Each perk requires a lot of feedings. The only thing I can gather is maybe there's a Totem of the Brotherhood or a Werewolf Totem of the Brotherhood somewhere in the world that you have to go find and activate. And I guess that would give something more to do around the werewolf ability, but I don't know. Actually, one thing I need to do, let's see, is if I save, hit this button, I guess there's no way to change the names of characters. So the Arcanum is where we want to keep it, but I think we are good enough to get rid of everything up to 99. Let's see. Let's just do it. Well, that wasn't what I meant to do. Alright. That doesn't matter, really, because I was going to do that anyways. But my point here was to start deleting things, and so I have to go XA, 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 and if I hit A at the wrong time, I'll load into that save. Like, who knows how much each one of these save files are. I wouldn't be surprised if they started at like 5 megabytes and they grew up to 20 megabytes, 100 megabytes. I'd be a little surprised if it's more than 250 megabytes a save file. That would be really a lot. Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 80 megabytes. Even 100 seems a little high. Like, if I'm deleting 100 megabytes off my SSD right now, I'm gonna have so much free space. And I suppose this is a reverse look back at all the things we've done up to this point. And certainly, if there was something I wanted to do differently in the middle there, it doesn't even matter. I wouldn't be able to do it. Let's see, 1918 Breeze Home. So we got the Breeze Home on like save 17. Dustman's Cave on 14. 12. 11. We were at Whiterun by save 11. Surprising there. Grey Pine Goods by 9. I wasn't saving very much. Is probably the thing. Dragon's Reach at save 6. Whiterun at save 4. Findrill's House on 4. Findrill's House here. Blackfall Temples at 2. And then, see, I was a level 2 by my first save. And I'll keep save number 1 because October 27th, 2016 is when we started playing this. Alright, now, for where we're going back to the Arcanum. That's where we were. And we have everything now set up. So we're gonna go a little short. This entire episode was nothing but running around doing this, playing as a vampire. I have the vampire beast form, but have no need for it. There's still a ton of shouts I could get the third words for. So I really haven't done the best of jobs there. And then on the save file, we're at 455, probably mostly because we are holding our companion's equipment with us, and that's taking up some space. And we want to find a new companion. As far as skills and levels, we're at level 70, so we would like to get a legendary thing. Our magic is at 130, our health is at 210, our stamina is at 800. I guess maybe you can get stamina even above 1,000. We're destruction's at 21, restoration's at 19, alterations at 29. Enchanting is at level 59, twice legendary. Smithing is at level 31, twice legendary. Once we get another perk, we should probably throw it into something. We probably shouldn't even have spent it on dwarven smithing as much as elven smithing to go down the path of the light armor stuff. Heavy armor's at 90, and it's going to stay at 90. Two-handed is going to stay at 93. One-handed is going to stay at 37. There, I believe, is some companion out there that would train me in one-handed fighting. So I could get them and have them follow me around if I could find them. My light armor is at 98, which seems strange. Like I'm not wearing something I'm supposed to be wearing. And then lockpicking's at 47, sneaks at 94, pickpocketing is at 19. You never pickpocket in this game. Well, I don't, at least. Speech is at 64 after going legendary. Alchemy is at the maximum. I wouldn't want to go legendary there. Let's see if we can find the one thing that I'm light armor by 12 points. Let's see. Great potions, 25% better. Weapons and stuff, 25% better. Equip that. So, dragon scale boots, carrying capacity armor, light armor by 25, helmet, his bows do more damage, shield. What is the gauntlets? That's the one, yeah. I switched my gauntlets, and that's why it went from 98 to 112 on light armor. Yep, or 123. Alright, so as far as quests, we have this one, which we're not going to do. We have this one, which we're probably not going to do. We have this one, which we're probably not going to do. This one, we're probably not going to do. That one, we definitely aren't going to do. We would need to find 11 more stones of Baron Zaya. No way. So it's just Dragonborn, really. There's several things that we still haven't done. Do I have ancient Fulmer tomes in my book? Did I not hand them over? No, there's just one more to find. I'm not surprised about that at all. We have like 3 more Jazzbay berries to find, as far as a miscellaneous quest, but not really. So we're just going to do the Dragonborn quest. And the Dragonborn quest, if I understand it correctly, is going to take us not over here with the Dawn Guard stuff that was added. I'm almost certain that it either stopped here and here, and there were walls and mountains there before you had the DLC. But we're gonna go to a completely different island, kind of like in The Witcher 3, where you ended up going into a completely different place. Here we have the vampire place and the Forgotten Vale place that are entirely different sections too. But where does that quest start? Where does that quest start? It is equip Dragonborn. Travel to Solstheim. Let's see. Steal the Dragon's Breath Mead. Ravengald. Dead Crane Rock. How do you get there? Do you just take a cart? Is that the trick? If that's the trick, then I could probably move to my house and do that. No, it's over here. So it's the boats at this city. Odd. Very odd. Let me check to make sure my bow is charged while we're setting up. Not fully charged. Now I'm hoping to find another companion, because with the Dawn Guard DLC, having Serena, or Serena, however it's pronounced, as a companion really helped the gameplay a lot. And it added this whole element of story and making her the main character, and just allowed me to be the secondary person. Alright, so we just are going to talk to this guy on this boat, and everybody just stops working when they see me. Interesting. And so we're gonna be off to a whole new land, hopefully with a new companion, ready to go. And let's go ahead and make a hard save. It'll be interesting to see if that save is 114. I guess it is. It didn't reset or try to fill in the blanks. Why it would, I'm not certain. No mods. I still don't understand why they think that I want to log into the Bethesda.net account to install a mod. I don't want their permission. But I think you could probably install mods outside of that, but whatever. Well, I actually do understand that they want to charge money for mods. That's exactly what they were going to do. 47 moles and vampirism cures and next bitten and all of that. This is before he ran around as a vampire and a werewolf, though, so those numbers are slightly off. We can scroll here and look around a little bit just to get an idea. At the end of Dawn Guard, that's pretty much what we just did. Quest lines completed are 6 now. Dawn Guard's done. Quest in total completed 116. Miscellaneous objectives 97. Main quest objectives 17. Side quests 20. All the companion quests, we mostly did that. College of Winterhold quest, Thieves Guild quest, Brotherhood quest, Civil War quest, Daedric quest completes. There's 15 Daedric quests. I've done 10, so I've missed 5 of them. I've killed 991 people, which it feels like I've killed a lot more than that. But whatever. 143 soul gems used, 589 souls trapped, 924 armor made, 1,000 potions made, 2,000 ingredients harvested, 138 ingredients eaten, lots of crime. Now, we really haven't done much crime at all in comparison to all the other things we've done massive amounts of things to. Just look at all these quests. Just as we scroll, it's a non-stop flood of quests. It's been a real long journey, and we're at the beginning of the end, because after this DLC, I am going to be done with Skyrim probably for another 6 years, if not for the rest of my life. We need to see Elder Scrolls 6 come out and be something majorly improved, better than Fallout 4, better than Skyrim Remastered Special Edition, better than Skyrim original version, with even all the mods on it and getting improved by people who don't work at Bethesda. We need to see major improvements, because a lot has changed in the video game world since this game came out. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.